Our goal is to set up this process so that we can train the trainers consistently. They will know very specifically, here are the outcomes that we're trying to get at, and this is why we're doing all of these things. So I want to kind of go back to something Georgia said, and it made me just smile on the inside. So now I'm going to smile on the outside. We talk about change makers, and change makers are people that identify potential. How many of you have seen the movie Elf, the holiday movie? And Elf's favorite is smiling. Potential is my favorite. It's my favorite, and I say that, I have said that for years. There's nothing better than identifying individuals or organizations and helping them to identify and then actualize their potential. And sweetheart, you are doing an amazing job. So, very impressive. Daniel, where'd he go? There he is. You are doing an amazing job. Like, the potential of YouthServe is amazing. And so I'm going to say it again. I think this is a movement. And I mean that intentionally. So a word that Charles always says to me is, a thing he always says to me is, words have meaning. And so as we move forward and develop this curriculum, please understand that our heart is set with the student in mind. However, we also understand the importance of being able to assess and measure the actual outcomes. We want to know what they're learning, not just today, but how is that influencing the future in their communities outside of Birmingham as well. So we are working diligently to make sure that everything aligns. We're following a process. If you're familiar with education, backward design may sound very familiar to you, or reverse engineering. We're starting with those desired outcomes and working backwards. So my request from all of you is, if there are specific outcomes, having been through this, that you want to make sure is incorporated in this program, let us know. We have 2 primary outcomes and everything's flowing from that. We're working to get that implemented with the students, tweaking it. Daniel's done a lot of great work, and then we will take it to the next level where we're working through that with the instructors. Our goal is to have a little army of qualified educators who are taking this mission and moving it forward, identifying their potential as leaders, identifying the potential of the students as leaders, and really helping to identify the potential of this program for Birmingham and beyond. So I could talk about this forever. I recognize that may not be as interesting to all of you, but a couple of very specific things I want to mention. What we're working on is grounded in theory, social change, social justice, and servant leadership. Those are our foundations. From that, we will be working to develop an understanding with the students as to what service learning is. There's a very strong, specific meaning to those 2 words of service learning. So as change makers, these students will be embedded in service learning projects and actively activating others within their communities. So I thank you all for this opportunity. It's truly a privilege and an honor. I love what's going on here, and that's what I got to say.